I really appreciate you, and I want to extend my appreciation to the Vice President and the LSS Head of Academic Committee for inviting me to speak on this wonderful and very, very important topic. Thank you so much, Joseph. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the President of the LSS Jabu, that's in person of Akinkoye Toluwani. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So I would be speaking for just 25 minutes because that's the time that I was given. And when I was told that I would be speaking for 25 minutes, I was like, there are actually a lot of things to say about CV writing and LinkedIn optimization. However, I will try as much as possible to be fast while speaking. So I think it is important that I ask this question at this point. I want someone to signify by raising up his or her hand, and then I want the person to tell me the reason why you think you need a CV. That's like a curriculum vitae. So why do you think you need a CV? Why are you on this meeting? Why are you on this call? So I want to be sure that we all know the reason why we have joined this call. So if you want to answer, just put your hand up, and then I would call on you to answer the question. Anyone? I don't know if hands are actually raised because I can't see.
Hand up.
Demilade, please confirm if anyone is raising up his or her hand.
Nobody for now.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Abdulaziz. You can go ahead.
Okay. Well, the reason for joining this webinar was for two purposes. One was for CV, and although I've gone through some classes on how to draft CV and all that, but I just want to get a light more on, the importance and also LinkedIn optimization. So that was one of the reasons I joined this call. And there are much people who are, let's say, kind of proficient or good in these areas. So that's why I joined. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful response. I really appreciate you. So, not to take our time, I would just go straight to the point. A CV is a document that contains your profile, your education, your experience, your leadership position, your volunteer position, your publication, your skills, and so on. So, it is very important that as a student you have a CV, and I would also like you to understand that whatever, or like you need to have a CV. Even if you're in 100 level, if you're in 200 level, if you're in 300 level, your level does not determine whether or not you should have a CV. So I want to start by encouraging you all that no matter the level of your experience, whether you don't have any experience or anything in your CV, you are being encouraged right now to have a CV, because a CV is a very, very important document that would earn you internship opportunities, job opportunities, and so on. So don't be too worried about the level or the amount of experience that you would have in your CV, or that you won't have in your CV if you write it now. The great news is that when you write your CV now, you would have you would test for more experience. That is, it would encourage you. It would make you to be more intentional about getting experience, or like or volunteer volunteering for any organization, the CV. So the first part is the heading. So let me share my screen now, and I want Demilade to confirm that she can see my screen. Coming. Okay, just a minute. Why is this? Wait, I'm so sorry. Just coming.
I was not listening to you actually.
Allow. Sorry, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. We can right now.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
So, depending on how you want your CV to be, you can have your heading like this. In this, where's this? Okay. So you can see my name here. You can. I understand that you should know that the above, the one written above, is the letter head. So like this is my letter head, and I can use it. I can incorporate it in my CV. I can decide to have my letter head in my CV like this, the way it is designed like this, or I can just decide to type out the details. So it is important that when you are writing your CV, you have a very good heading. The name should come first, and it should be both your state, where you reside, then your email address, your LinkedIn page is not compulsory, and then your mobile number, because it is important. I ensure that the mobile contact you put there is the one that would be accessible, because they may decide to call you or to keep you updated. So ensure that the phone number is your recent number, and it is the one that is very active. So the next section now is that you need the experience part. The experience part. So can you see this education part?
Your CGPA cool.
Can you see it?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
Okay. Please, I'm so sorry, but you have to be responding so that I'll be sure that everybody can hear me and see my screen. So this is the education part. You can decide to have it like this. Your education, Joseph Babalola University, Ikeji Arakeji, Osun State, Nigeria. That's like the name of the school, the state, and then the year that you started and the year that you'll be done. So LLB, that's the degree, the cumulative grade points, your CGPA. Then it can also be like this: education, Nigerian Law School, Lagos campus, the year, then the degree as well. That's BL Barrister at Law. Then for Joseph Babalola University, that's BL. LLB rather, I'm so sorry, LLB. So that is the part of the education. I already spoke about the heading, the education part. I want you to understand that while writing your CV, you can decide to have a brief profile of yourself. That profile should come before the education. So the profile aspect of it, or the profile side of it, should have Oluwabusayo is a versatile law student of Joseph University. She's now about just something very short. It can be it can actually be in just five lines rather. Yeah. So the first thing that you need is your heading. Then the next thing can be your profile. It's not compulsory. Then and the profile is your brief about. Don't allow it to be too lengthy. Then the education. The education, this section actually contains your academic degree and your performance. So the school that you are currently attending should be listed first. Okay, one thing I want to tell you now is that in every section of your CV, the recent experience or the recent education or the recent leadership position should come first. So that is for your the general CV. So it is important that one comes before the other. The for instance, now I'll be going to law school. If I am okay, let's say now I'm in university. University is the recent education, right? Then let's say I went to secondary school, definitely. So the secondary school should come like before the Joseph Babalola University. Please confirm if you can still hear me.
Yes, we can. Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can. Okay. So the next section is the experience part. So one thing that the parts that are very, very important in your CV is the heading, the education, the experience. So that's why I'm just going to be basically talking about those three. Then I would add others to it, but you won't be able to see the screen as regards that. In as much as you already know how to structure your CV this way, there is no issue about you drafting the other parts, which is the leadership position and all that. So if you notice, this part of the education is the year is the year here is at the edge. The year here is at the edge. So you should take note of that. It can be written in any format. It can be written like this.
So you see the
It
CV
can also be
optimization.
written like this. So the next thing is the experience. So the experience is where you demonstrate the skills you've listed in your CV. Some people are very fond of listing out their skills without showing where they've actually used or utilized that skill in their CV. Now, the experience part, for instance, now when you say that when you put legal research and writing as a section in your skills, like as part of your skills, and then you do not briefly explain how you've been able to utilize that skill or how you've been able to put that skill into practice in your experience, then that means that it may not be acknowledged. So the experience part is where you would demonstrate how you've been able to utilize that skills that is in the skills section of your CV. So it is not enough for you to just list out your skills in the section. So you need to also showcase how you applied them during your internship program or your training. So the experience section is where you can do this. That's where you can tell us your skills and everything.
5:30.
So yeah, so for lawyers, teachers, or accountants, they can include their work experience. So as a student, you're expected to include your internship experience. Let's say you're a mass comm student now. You've gone to do internship in one radio station or whatever. You have to include it in your CV. It's part of the experience. So according to what I am having here on my screen, you can see the way the experience section is. It's the experience part. That's Olaniun Ajayi undergraduate intern, on-site internship, August 2022. So you need to understand this structure. And one thing that is very important is that you need to be able to arrange your CV, like structure it very well, because your CV does not have to be jam-packed. You don't have to join everything together. The HR may be tired of reading your CV just because of the way it is structured. So it is important that you structure your CV very well. And while writing what you've done, you need to make use of verbs like action words, like worked with a team of 15, assigned to the power. So you have to start with that. You don't start with I worked with, I did this. So you start with action verbs. So deliver the PowerPoint presentation on electricity asset. So that is one part of your CV. Another one is another way you can write it. See, let me tell you something. You can be very good with this you can be very dependent on you.
Okay, their pictures is here already.
Where you want your CV to look is heavily dependent. I'm just showing just two ways or two structures or two ways in which you can structure your CV currently. So I'm so sorry that I am quite fast. My time is almost up and I've not even gone, like I've not done a lot or I've not covered a lot. So the next thing is okay, you see this one is also, this is actually another way you can structure your CV or this way. So this is part Geofabumi and for Lagos. You put the states. So you can see the way it is structured here. The person that is recruiting you or the person that will interview you or give you the job would look at this. So the first part here is on my skills in legal research and writing by covering topics on the commencement of action in civil and criminal litigation and also the power of the attorney. So you can remember that I told you that there is a part of skill session. So that part of your skill session is the part where you would list out your skills, and the part of the experience session is the part whereby you would be able to tell us where you've applied that skill. So the first thing here now is on my skills in legal research and writing. You've already seen it, and you should understand now what I'm talking about. You should understand that I am trying to incorporate one of the skills that I have in my CV. Okay, Joseph, I just got your message. Thank you. So another aspect of it is the leaders. Let me just list the rest out. Another aspect of it is the leadership session. the leadership section rather. Yeah. So and that part is publications, and that part is awards, honors. You can put your publication, you can put your leadership, you can put awards or honors. You can put volunteer experience or whatever. So depending on how you want your CV to look, you can incorporate all these things in your CV. So before I go, okay, you can't see my screen well. I'm actually done with that part. Okay, this one is LinkedIn something. This LinkedIn part. Sorry. Okay, this. So tips for writing a winning CV. Let me quickly go through this. 1 minute. Sorry, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. Yes, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Demilade, for following up. So tips for writing is a winning CV. Now, let me just please just note, you can, if you can write it, just write it down. Number one, utilize bullet points to enhance the structural organization of your CV. So you need to see the way you use the bullet points here now. These bullet points, it can be anyone, it can be star, it can be, just make sure that you use bullet points. So it is important to use bullet points because it makes your CV to be well structured, and then it makes it to stand out. It makes your work and your accomplishment to stand out. So you need to maintain a very accurate font size. Let's say you are using font size 12 now. You must ensure that it is font size 12 that is used for the whole CV. If I know that definitely you are going to have heading, so the heading can be 14, but it must be equal. If you are using 14 for one heading, ensure that you use 14 for the whole heading, like for everything. So you don't actually need deep design. Yours is just to structure your CV very well. So importance of I'm not actually done with that tips, but let me quickly go through the importance of CV. So most firms require a CV when applying for internships. So it is important that you have a CV while applying for internships. Not all firms anyway, but some firms they require some a CV. So job application as well. So another important aspect, another reason why you need a CV is for you to continue to grow and know where you need improvement. So it is important. This is also applicable to LinkedIn. When you have your profile optimized, when you have your details on your profile, you would know that, oh, I need to do this, I need to still do more. I cannot limit myself to this particular stage or this particular phase. So it is important that you have a CV, even if you're in 100 level. If you are telling me that you don't have any experience, just don't worry. Just have it now. Like, just put your education, put anything you have, just put it there. Another important thing is that you need to volunteer for organizations, or volunteer for your this thing, your school, whatever. Go for leadership position. Go for president. Go for vice president. Go for that. Go for this. So yeah, it is very important that you continue to grow. So it is your CV is important because it makes you to know where you need improvement. So prepare a CV even if you don't need it. You will likely need it in the future. Don't be discouraged if you are in your first or second year. Include whatever you have, and don't be pressured to match others' extensive CVs. So don't pressure yourself. Tell yourself, don't. In fact, tell that your friend that please don't pressure me. I would try my best to improve myself. So yeah, it is important that you have a very nice CV. So utilize bullet points. I already said that your CV should be tailored. Now, another thing is that this particular point is very, very important and crucial. So let's say you are a CV writer, or you are a content creator, or you are a graphic designer. Your CV should be tailored towards that skill that you have. So you don't have to include all these things. When you're applying for a job like that as a gig, or you are working on Upwork or any freelancing site, you just need to submit the application, the CV that is related to your skill. So if you're a graphic designer, you need to have a CV related to your skill. You can have testimonials as well incorporated in that CV. So your CV should be tailored to fit the jobs you're applying for. I already said that. I highlight the most important information earlier on, so that it will be easy. I already said that you should ensure that your this thing is chronological, that it's followed. It's the year that the current year or the present year that you are in comes before any other thing. So the recent one should come before the others. So I already said you should make use of action words. I said that you should maintain consistency. You should give someone your CV to review. So one way in which you can, the ways in which you can develop yourself is to volunteer for roles, develop your skills, participate in extracurricular activities, attend CV training, and request CV samples. Now, the don't of a CV, please don't lie in your CV. While writing your CV, don't lie. Anything that would make you to lie, don't do that. So please don't lie in your CV. And it is important that you exclude unnecessary information such as age, date of birth. Nobody cares about your age for you. So exclude your age, exclude your date of birth, exclude your parents' occupation, your religion, your hobbies. Your hobbies, well, your hobbies. The thing is that you don't have to put your hobbies in your CV, but there are some situations whereby somebody can be somebody can say that, oh, I like writing, or writing is one of my hobbies. That one can be incorporated in the skill section. So it is important that you don't include unnecessary hobbies. Like what do you expect me to do if you put cooking as part of your hobbies, or if you incorporate cooking to your hobbies? So it is important that you put that out. Then ethnic identity, political affiliation, marital status, photograph, height. Please exclude all these height, weight. All these things are not necessary for you. So please exclude it from your CV. Okay, I just had a question. What's the difference between CV and a resume? I think both are actually alike. Both are alike. It's quite the same. It's quite the same. But then I think one is tailored towards just your particular skill also. Let me answer that question when I'm done with the class. So I'll get back to that. Okay, so I hope we've all learned during the CV writing session. So I've been able to talk about CV writing, the importance of CV writing, the tips in writing the CV writing, the tips for great CV writing, like the tips for a winning CV. I've also been able to talk about the don'ts of a CV. Then I've been able to say one or two about the one or two to help you in case your CV is limited or your CV does not have plenty details or whatever. So let's quickly go to LinkedIn optimization. I'm going to be talking about, I was given 10 more minutes, so I'm going to be talking about LinkedIn optimization in the next 10 minutes. So Demilade, please kindly confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, ma, we can.
Great. Okay, so CV writing, LinkedIn optimization. Okay. So you all know what LinkedIn is. You've been hearing about LinkedIn. Even if you don't know, you've been hearing about LinkedIn. You've been hearing about LinkedIn is useful. To get so that you are active on LinkedIn, you would definitely get opportunities. You would there are some people that I don't talk to, right? I've not even seen them physically, like I've not seen them before, but they've helped me. They've like connected me one way or the other to someone, to something, to do something, like for an opportunity. So it is important that some of them say we talk like they are my friends now, even though we've not seen before. So LinkedIn helps you to connect people, get job opportunities and others. So you may be wondering, what is LinkedIn optimization? This is the process of incorporating or importing or enhancing your LinkedIn profile to make it effective for professional networking. So it entails filling every part of your personal profile. So today I'm also going to be showing you how you can optimize your profile. So let me briefly talk about these slides before I move on to the practical aspect of LinkedIn optimization. So, how can you have your profile optimized? A profile with a professional display picture. So you need to ensure that your DP, that is your display profile picture, is very nice. See the one? Don't you like my picture here? I know you like it. So yeah, that's the kind of picture that I'm talking about. So an updated profile having your details, that's completion of LinkedIn profile, that's education, experience, certifications, publications, recommendations. So I'm going to actually show you where you can do this on my screen, but later let's first focus on the theoretical aspect. So you can include your email address as well. Wait though, can you guys see the LinkedIn optimization part that I'm sharing? I don't know if I'm sharing the right screen.
No, ma, we can't. We're setting the CV on, ma.
Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry about it. I was wondering too.
Key to the room.
Okay. 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 Holy Spirit.
For me, key.
Okay, let me stop presenting and present and that part.
Just key to the room.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So, can you all see my screen now?
Hello, Vessel.
No.
Shaka.
Yes, ma, we can.
Oh, great. So, I already spoke about this. Then I'm here. How can you get your profile? So, profile with professional DP, your email address, connect and contact with other LinkedIn users, create engaging content. So, you have to start from somewhere. Create engaging content, make use of relevant keywords. That's after your post. Then model after other people's profile. You can check people, law students, you can check lawyers, you can check professionals, accountants, mass communicators. Check their profile. If they align with your profession, you can check out their profile and model after theirs. So now, how can you announce opportunities and pave a pathway? So I'm going to be talking from the. Sorry, can anyone see my screen?
Yes, ma.
Oh, someone just complained that she can't see my screen. So I'm going to be talking from the academic angle, then the business angle, because LinkedIn can be used for different purposes. You can use it to connect with people related to your academic area. You can use it to connect to people that can help you in your business, people that can patronize you. For instance, now as a graphic designer, you can use LinkedIn to boost your gigs, or to help you to, like, you understand, to get more opportunities. So you can also, so it's important you take advantage of LinkedIn courses. Use LinkedIn to search for internships. You're asking me how. I know you're asking me how. So you need to follow law firms, partners, and people in your line of profession. These days, I just used to see different internship opportunity on LinkedIn. And then somebody will come and tell me that I don't have anything in my experience section of the CV. Abba now, no, it's not too good. So you need to ensure that you participate in all these opportunities, all these internships. So for instance, I think one law firm, is it Shaman or CHAMAN, is currently open for internship, virtual internship. Then I think is it Platinum or whatever. So use LinkedIn to search for internship opportunities. Use LinkedIn to look out for competitions, tutorials, trainings, webinars, and mentorship programs. For instance, Honorable Justice Innocent Imeznike mentorship program, or like virtual training for students. So make sure that you you participate in all these things. So from the business angle, let me tell you something. One secret is that even as a student, one secret is that just ensure that your profile is well optimized. Just ensure that you incorporate the necessary details. Because imagine, okay, we'll talk about that later. So it is important that you have all these things, like you have your details in your profile, your LinkedIn profile. So let's say that as me and Busayo now, I have a LinkedIn profile. I don't incorporate anything in my profile, and then I want to connect to somebody, or I want to text a partner or an associate for any opportunity. and then the person checks my profile and notices that there is nothing on my profile, what would the person say? The person would be wondering that, okay, oh, you are looking for internship opportunity and then you don't have any experience to show for it. So there are some people that they even have experience, but the only thing is that they do not incorporate this experience in on their LinkedIn page. So it is important that you can even, if you can put pictures. There is actually a lot of things you can put. I won't tell you now that I've actually gotten opportunities from LinkedIn, so it is a very good application. So from the business angle, the recommendations that people give you, that you delivered well when you helped with a design, or you delivered well when you helped with a CV, or you delivered well as a content writer, would boost your sales. Like it would help you to, like, it would help people to build trust. Like it builds trust by having your, so you can build trust by having recommendations, so people would want to engage you or do business with you. So it is also important that you model after people's profile. So another important thing is call to action. Imagine after you've already posted it that you are open to opportunities on your profile, or you're about, and then you not provide any call to action, or you not provide any email address or something that would make people to get in touch with you. Abana is not good. So it's important that you get in touch with, you put your email address so that people would get in touch with you as regards your business. So if you are a virtual assistant, the only way they can be able to reach you is whether they send you a text, or whether whether it send them a text, yes, whether I send them a text, or whether they send you a text rather, or whether you put your email address. All right. So that's that. So how to get people engaged in your posts, ensure that your profile is optimized, ensure that your headline is captivating and eye catchy. Don't be boring, don't bore your readers, post content that are relatable, post engaging and educative content. Don't just post about
She
yourself,
did there,
post
but
what
I don't know
people
if she
need.
don't come out now.
So it's not only about yourself. Oh. Don't be saying, for instance, now you are a student and then people are not learning from you. Abba. So it is important that you post educative content. Some people, they actually got to connect with me because I post stuff on the CV writing, I post stuff about academics, I post stuff about like things they need. So one reason why people will connect with you is because they need what you are posting and they want to be updated as regards your post. So give your write-up pacing as well. See, sometimes I used to see some write-ups on LinkedIn. I used to see that some people would jam pack their write-up, they would have everything like together. No, give it spacing. Give it spacing. So that you not bore your readers. So give it spacing. So starting as a newbie, ensure that your profile is optimized, engage actively, comment on posts and share content. And I would advise that before you start posting on LinkedIn, ensure that you have at least 100 connections. So you can have at least 100 connections before you start posting on LinkedIn. Then connect with people. Make sure that you've been commenting on people's posts, because there are some people that it is because I used to comment on their posts. That's why they used to comment on my posts. So you do me, I do you. So connect with people, your classmates, lawyers, professionals in your field. Be on the lookout for internships and job opportunities. Ask for recommendations, give recommendations, ask for endorsements, learn and grow, brand use. Like as a business person, you really need branding, like professional branding. So you need to ensure that you put what people know you that people know you that LinkedIn that you people Jesus people's message. I'm so sorry. So people know you that this is what you are for. Like you are for this business. Like for instance, now people see me that, oh, this girl, she's good with CV writing. She can write content. She posts content. She posts educative content. She posts academic content. So like that's my own area. That's what people know me for. You understand? So if you're a business person, let people know you for that your area of specialization. Yeah, thank you for listening. But before then, let me quickly share with you the practical aspects. I won't take your time. Okay, oh my god. Let me stop sharing this so that I'll be able to share the other one. Please, I hope you are learning. So if you are learning, please, I want you to clap your hands. Let me know that everybody is learning something. Clap, please. Let me know that you are learning. I want to see your hands. Like I want to see that. Let me know that you are learning. Yeah, good. Yeah, impressive. Oh wow. We are all learning. That's impressive. So let me present the great. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to my dry jokes anyway. Okay, LinkedIn optimization. Yeah. Can you see my screen? Demilade, please confirm that you can see my screen.
Not yet, ma.
Hey. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay, so let me quickly run through this. Lots. Uh, Somebody said dry. Okay, am I not dry? And I dey try. So this is my this thing. Oluwabusayo Fajemila, whatever. This part, God, I can because I copied. I just screenshotted this. I think a few weeks back, and then I copied it. I can't really. Okay, but then you can see my screen. Oluwabusayo Fajemila. You can see my profile picture. How beautiful it is. Even if it's not beautiful, to me it is beautiful. So you can see the law students. You can see the way I actually introduced myself. The law student, senator, law science speaker. So that's like your brief about. Then you don't sit down like that. God, I think I'm having difficulty. Oh my God.
online call now.
Okay, let me tell you something. This part of the art section is where you put your leadership experience. This part of the art session is where you put your leadership experience, your education, your volunteer, your publication, your whatever you want to put. Then yeah. Then this part of future on top of profile. For instance, let's say you've posted something and you want it to be featured on top of your profile, you can have it there. You will just see it. I did not screenshot that part on my profile, but then you can actually visit my LinkedIn page, Oluwabusayo Fajemila, and see the way I featured some posts on my profile. That shows that they are important, and I want people to see it once they check my profile. Yeah. So the part of the art section. See the part of the art section. This part is how to profile your education, your position. This position is also experience, your services, your career, your skills. Can have those parts. Then we have the recommended parts. In the recommended parts, you have your certifications. Let's say you volunteered for this and you have certificates for it, or let's say you participated in a competition and you have certificates for it. You can incorporate it. Then you can add your courses, legal methods, whatever you are doing. Then recommendations, you can click on this place to request people to send recommendations to you, or you send the recommendations to them. Hey, Joseph, I'm so sorry. I'm almost done. I'm very sorry. Okay. So trying to rush now. The additional parts add experience, add publication. In this publication, let me tell you something. The great part of this is that once you click on this part, they will direct you. Once you click on publication, they will direct you to where you should, they will put URL link. So that is where you should insert the link of the publication. Then your honors, your awards, color. So if you put that one for them. So your awards, let's say you got one best dressed, whatever, put it there, and all that. First position, put it there. Put pictures too. The thing is, they would direct you. Once you click on that art section part, you would get directed as to what you need to incorporate in your profile. So this marks the end of my teaching on LinkedIn optimization and CV writing. Thank you so much, Joseph, for the wonderful invitation. I was actually very happy when I received your invitation because we as students, these are the things that we need to know. These are the things that we need to learn. So I really appreciate you for sending this invitation to me. And the great part of it is that I'm always interested in accepting invitations like this. Because why? Because I'm always intentional. I am actually intentional about impacting people, impacting students, ensuring that students are actually thank you for listening to my to my yes. So thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you for listening to in some places I added some dry jokes anyway. So thank you so much for listening to that as well. So thank you so much, Joseph Olagunju. Thank you so much to the president in person of Akinkoye Tolu, and I'm really proud of this administration, and I must say that you all are doing so well. Thank you for the invitation. I can now take questions.
All right, thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. That was a very insightful. That was very insightful. Even during the limit, during the short period of time, I was able to learn a lot from my end. Thank you so much. So briefly, we'll be taking questions, but because of time, we'll just be taking 2 questions. Any other question, if you want to ask our speaker, you could ask it on the WhatsApp group. Then we'll direct it to give back your
You
answers.
can actually share my WhatsApp. Let me share my WhatsApp number and my
All right.
LinkedIn page. Definitely going to reply.
All right. Thank
So
you, ma.
you can go on Demilade. Sorry for the cut.
All right. Thank you. So she would share a number, but if you want to ask question, you could just unmute yourself, or you could send it through the income messages. I'll be reading it from there. Please, because of time, I'll just entertain 2 questions.
All other questions can be directed to me too. So because of our time. Are there no questions?
Nobody is.
I think there are
I
some
don't think so.
questions on the chat box, so check it. Alright.
All right, let me check.
Abdulaziz, you can ask your question.
Okay, good evening. The section was so educative. In fact, I learned a whole lot. So my question goes to LinkedIn, and most times I would say, like, for my experience, some person that connect with me, they don't really start the chat. So sometimes I start the chat with them, and you find out that even when you have much connections on your chat, like most time when you want to relate, you just say, I look forward to staying in touch or something like that. So is there any other strategy to, like, build that connection beyond just say I want to stay in touch, and it might just be a year, and years later you will not even talk with them because of you don't have anything to even talk or relate with them to keep in touch. So my question is borders on how to build connections and maintain them over a long period.
Thank you so much for that wonderful question. So one thing that I would advise you to do is to keep in touch. And keeping in touch does not mean that you should be texting the person every time. Do you get? So a way in which you can keep in touch is that if, for instance, let's say the person posts or like shares his or her post, you can be reacting to that person's post. You can also be commenting on the person's post. The funny thing is that your own post too, the person would also be commenting on like your post as well. So it is something that you should do normally. You should react to other people's posts. Let them react to your post, comment on their post, let them comment on it. So that the person will know that, oh, I know this person, like we are still in touch, even if you are not texting regularly. Another thing is that you may not have to be texting the person every time. It can be, let's say, once in a month. Hello, I'm just checking up on you, but then I don't do that. So what I do is that I try as much as possible to not follow up per se, but I try as much as possible to comment, react, and some of them say I don't have their WhatsApp contact, and we are like still very close. So that's one of the ways in which you like build your connection, because I understand that there are some people that you connect with, and after you send them a message at once, like the first time, that's all. So you too, you should also be posting so that they would continue to see your post, and then they would continue to see that, okay, oh, this person is this person is this is like, they would be updated as regards you. Do you get? So that is my answer to that question. I don't know if I answered you properly or very well.
Yes, you did justice to the question. Then, as for connections, also, like I find it hard sometimes to, start the conversation. Is it that it shouldn't be all the time that you should start the conversation, or there should be kind of specific people, or perhaps your purpose, or something like that? So, can you kind of explain more?
It depends on whether you are texting a partner or you are texting a student. So, for instance, now if you are texting a partner, you have to text him for like the first time. I'm not saying you should text partner or you should text associate or whatever, but like in case, you can just say, "Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for accepting my connection request. I really appreciate you, sir." And you see that the person will reply you. So that can be like the first. Then your next message can come after a month. So if the person doesn't reach out to you, it's not compulsory for you to like reach out to the person every time. Like, it is not compulsory for you to be texting the person every time. Like, you to have your own space. You don't have to like be following up on the person every time. Have your own space. Let them see that you are working on yourself. Let them see that you too, you are also developing yourself through your post and through comment. Let them know that you are still active on LinkedIn. Do you get? So that is the answer to that question. So again, it depends on the person you are texting. If you are texting a student, let's say a student that you really like, or like you want to model after, you can text the person first. If it is your classmates that you know that, if it's somebody that you know that you would benefit from, right? Just text the person first, even if the person does not reach out to you first.
Who's
Do
ringing
you
the later?
understand?
Yes, thank you very much for that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you, Busayo. Thank you so much. Because of our time, we can't entertain any more questions, but please, you could text her on our WhatsApp. You can also locate her on LinkedIn, and also you can drop your message on our WhatsApp group, and I'll be
Okay.
forwarded to her
I'm
to
so sorry.
answer.
Just one more thing. Somebody asked about the difference between CV and resume. The fact remains that a CV is actually like very long. You have all your details on it, right? But like it is the same thing. CV and resume is the same thing. But your resume can be short. It can just include your recent work experience and your education history. It can be a one page. It can be a template. So your curriculum vitae is like very long, while your resume can be short. So that's my answer to that question. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for like staying glued to my call, or to the call. Thank you so much for the invitation as well. God bless you. So I'll just stay here for a while then, because I also want to do some things. I will still wait here for a while before I exit the group, the call. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Joy, joy.
All right, thank you so much, Busayo. Thanks for having us on board. We're supposed to do a giveaway section, but we'll do it after our next speaker or the next, so that just to maximize time. So I'll be reading. Our next speaker is going to be talking on CV. We're also going to be talking on CV and virtual internship. I'm reading his profile briefly. All right. Please, can I be heard? All right. Thank you. Praise Adegoke is a final year law student at Joseph Ayababala University. Where? All right. Thank you. I will start again.